Good morning and welcome back to the mountain. Well, today we're gonna build a shelter for Eclipse and the goats. I ran uptown and got 2 cattle panels and a couple of 2x6s, 2 10-footers and 2 8-footers. We're gonna do a 10x8 hoop coop type situation for the goats. I figured that's gonna be the easiest thing for me to make and the quickest, and also it'll be portable. And later on, once I build the permanent structure for the goats, I'll be able to reuse this for some chickens in the future. Maybe some meat birds come out. I have that white tarp over there from the canopy that got destroyed in the ice storm last year. And I figured that would be a very good solution to be able to cover this up. I believe these panels are about 4 or 5 foot. So it should work out pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and pull a measurement on this and kind of see where I need to cut my 2x6s if I need to. I've never built one of these by myself. I did help Anthony over there at Country Road Cure build his one day. So I believe I got the gist of it. I just need to get it done. I got my tape. Let's go ahead and measure and see how long they are. Anthony told me they was like 5 foot. They don't look 5 foot. Yeah, it looks like they're 4 foot 2 inches. So I'm probably gonna end up going 10 foot wide and 8 foot long. And that should work out with the panels just fine. Of course, I got the supervisor on the scene. I got the inspector over there inspecting the blocks right now. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get at it. Let me go ahead and get the truck unloaded, get everything set up, and we'll put this thing together. Well, I definitely got the supervisor on the scene today, guys. Posted up. Got that overhead view so he can see everything. So I think I'm gonna cut them down to about 8'4". I want to try to make it as condensed as possible to get enough height for me, just in case I have to get in to get one of the goats or something inside the pen. The way I don't have to bend over so much, because the closer you put it together, the higher the hoop's gonna be. I bought the 10-footers off the assumption that the panels were 5 foot tall, but they are not. What do you think about it? You ready? All right, I already got the chop saw set up over there and plugged in. So let's go ahead and get these 2 boards and get those cut down real fast. It is increasingly getting harder and harder to find decent wood. Everything has always got bows and stuff in it. You just don't get very good quality anymore. You like my pencil? All right, got the basic structure nailed together. I would like to put some screws in here, not just nails. That way when it's moving around, it doesn't pull apart. I do not have long enough screws right now, but next time I go to town, I'll grab some and then I'll pop a couple extra screws in there. There is going to be some other bracing here that we're going to put on here once we put the tarp over there to be able to lock that tarp down real well. So I really shouldn't have an issue. I just kind of want to overkill it a little bit because it'll probably end up doing a lot of moving. The trick's going to be to get this out without messing myself up. I had help from the people at the hardware store to put them in there like that. So they're definitely spring loaded. So let's see how this is going to work. I scared Domino, and Domino ran way over there. Nice. All right guys, I'm gonna go ahead and zip tie these together like this all the way around. That'll help tie that center together, and then the tarp will go over that. And then I also got some fence staples right here that I'm going to nail all along the bottom all the way around, and that should tie it all in pretty good. I'm gonna build something on the ends here out of the scrap wood that I got over there off the sawmill. Trying to use as much scraps as I got here on the homestead as possible for this. I think on one end I'm gonna completely close it off and build some kind of door situation on the front side right here too. If I have enough material, I might put a door on both sides. That way I don't have to worry about how I turn it when I put it in the pen. But either way, one door will be sufficient. So let's go ahead and get everything zip tied and keep making progress on getting these guys some shelter. All right, now we need to go ahead and put the staples in at the bottom. Now, for the last couple of weeks, for about 3 weeks now, I've been dealing with some tennis elbow. I did finally get me a brace, and I got some of that ointment stuff that's supposed to penetrate the nerves and the muscles and numb it. It doesn't work that good. So it's very hard for me to swing a hammer right now, but luckily it's not too many. and we're gonna go ahead and fight through it and go ahead and get this done. But don't worry, I got the supervisor here making sure that I'm safe while I'm doing it and I don't injure myself any further. Those guys over there need a shelter, so we're gonna make it happen. All right, that definitely stiffened it up quite a bit. It's looking good. I like it. I like it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go get the tarp and then take a look at the little boneyard over there and see what kind of supplies that we got to close off these ends right here a little bit. We'll probably definitely be using this right here. It's somewhat of a 2x4. And we're gonna dig through here and try to find some more that kind of look like 2x4s or 1x4s, whatever we can use. It don't have to be beautiful, it's just got to be free. What is it, Domino? You're keeping your distance today with all the banging, huh? And right here's the tarp that we're gonna get, guys. We're gonna go ahead and grab that. What is the chances of some danger noodles being up underneath here? I'm thinking probably pretty good. So we're gonna grab it and we're gonna go. I don't see none, so that's a good sign. All right, let's drag it. Now this is a very thick canopy. I think it's gonna work really, really good. Problem is I'm not gonna have any kind of holes to zip tie it down with. So my plan is to drape it over one side and take one of those 1x4s and nail it and wedge the tarp in between the 2x6 and the 1x4 on one side, and then stretch it across and stretch it really tight and do the same thing on the other side, and that should hold everything together. First we got to get some wood. Now instead of making 800 trips to the back of the property, we're gonna use Uber. I'll load everything up on the bucket right here and bring it all back at once. Save me time. Alright guys, we had to take a pause in the build because we actually got some visitors on Come On Mountain today. I'm heading down to the end of the road to meet them because they've never been here before. Of course, the inspector loaded up and ready to ride. We got White Rock Homestead visiting Come On Mountain for the first time. They're in the area visiting some other people and didn't want to head back home without stopping by for a visit on Come On Mountain. So we're gonna run down there and meet them real quick. Maybe even put them to work. Come on. Yep, just as I predicted, they was lost. But we got them behind me. Let's lead them to Come On Mountain and see what they think. Come on, Domino. Domino.
Hello, hello. Ah. You're the new ride-along, huh?
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
How are you?
At the welcome party.
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
Welcome to Come On Mountain.
Yeah, this is awesome. we came in through the Forest River Road or
Yeah, it was
something
like
that.
County Road 28 or whatever. It was Forest Service coming from Anson and them. That's it. Said, hey, go that way. And I'm like, well, this ought to be fun because it says 9 miles of this. Like, well, we're going to get her
Of course,
done.
right after the first turn, it was that washed out bridge.
Yeah.
We had I was like, oh, that's kind of sketch, but you know, no water running through it.
Yeah, y'all probably came up across the mountain.
More
It's
like,
beautiful.
yeah, because we're...
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna give them a little tour of the mountain because they have not been here. What do y'all think so far?
Blown away.
It's amazing.
It's awesome.
Looks a little different in person, right?
It looks
it's-
very different in person.
I've watched a lot of the videos intently to not copycat, but like, hey, I like that idea, not, and you try to get an idea of what something's like. And we've had it a couple times when people come into our property is they're like, yeah, the camera cannot do any justice.
No.
Nah, it gives it no depth.
And yeah,
I love this.
We're gonna start with the old cabin. It's a little rough right now because, well, I just moved out of it.
Oh, see, I think it's adorable.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
a
nice.
handsome bachelor space.
Yes, yeah. It's definitely an old hunter's cabin. It's gonna make a perfect ultimate man cave.
Oh, for sure.
yeah, when you were talking about that before, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah,
that's
that's
excellent.
perfect.
I
Yeah.
love that idea. I want to build one and make it look old just to kind of do the same deal.
What was the year that this was originally put up?
In
Do
the
you know?
70s. I don't
In the
know the
70s.
exact, I think about 74. Yeah, I'm gonna put a weight room over there
Mhm.
because the only thing I miss about the city is having a gym right down the road.
Yep.
And then where the kitchen is, I will put a bar. And then this area right here will have a pool table and a card table and all of that. And then I'll have a sleeping loft up there for everybody.
Oh, this is phenomenal. That's
Yeah.
an awesome idea.
And make it like an old West saloon.
Ooh.
So that's the goal.
You need to put those saloon doors right here?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll turn out pretty good. It'll be a better space. It just needs too much work to try to make it livable and to go up a story and all of that with the structure. It's an old hunter's cabin.
Well,
You can see daylight everywhere, rotted logs.
Need to be efficient.
Yeah.
You know, that's where you got to find that line. And even with us building the tiny house, that's where, like, we did fake board and batten.
Yeah.
It's just plywood, and then I covered it with batten
Oh, you're
strips.
giving away all our secrets.
We talked about it in the video anyways, but
What do
it
you
was mainly because we wanted the old school look, but trying to make it efficient so you're not going broke trying to heat.
Yeah,
or
these
cool.
days it's all about affordability.
Absolutely.
It is absolutely ridiculous. And now we'll go to the tiny house.
This is exciting.
This still got a lot of work to do to it, but it's livable.
That's all that matters.
His siding looks so much better in person.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it looks really good on camera, but I dig it even more.
Once I polyurethane it, it'll be real nice.
Oh, nice.
You're gonna do full poly?
Yeah. I got
So that was something I'd asked Paul.
Yeah.
Was how did he? And he just did. He's got the one. What's he call it? The pout house.
Yeah.
And because I was like, what'd you seal it with? Boiled linseed oil.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it actually, it looks like he burned it. Cause I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
you burned it. And he's like, no, that's from the boiled linseed
Yeah.
oil.
Oh, you got the whole double thing going on.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, this is the command center.
Yeah.
This is where all the magic happens.
Nice.
I will tell you, it's better to do pressure treated. This is pressure treated. That's the rounded edges, and those right there warp a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
So the other round that I bought out there that's for the bathroom, I went pressure treated. I like the pinstripe look a little bit more, and it doesn't warp as much.
Okay.
On the outside for the batten strips, for the fake batten strips, and we ripped those down in half.
Well, that just answered that question.
Yeah, thanks.
Yep. And I still gotta finish. I ran out of wood.
Oh yeah.
And then the bathroom.
Nice.
Shower of many hours.
Yes.
Yes.
Jesus, this one kicked my butt.
I remember watching through those. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah, it's the first time I ever built a shower from ground up, so it was a learning curve.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's
It
what
usually
she
is.
left me unsupervised to do the shower we had at our house up north. It was 5 foot by 6 foot because
I wanted a room.
we found the shower base for like $150 at a resale shop.
Yeah.
So that's what started the, hey, how big's our shower gonna be? And we're like, well, let's just do a walk-in. We don't have to worry about doors. We don't have shower curtain. And being 6 foot long, we put it in the end, and then it had like a 3/4 wall. Hopefully,
Everybody thinks this shower is small because of the camera, but it is definitely not small.
Oh no, it's not small.
It's
at all.
well, in the way that you kind of talked about it, like, I mean, it's a cramped space to film in.
Yeah.
Because the camera can't pull that depth, but yeah, that's tons of room in there.
Bet you're enjoying having the toilet too.
And that's Domino's favorite spot because it's memory foam rug.
I wonder if that's why Charlie is always coming into our little toilet area.
And then I've decided, instead of making this an outdoor kitchen, I'm gonna make this, and you guys don't even know this yet.
Ooh, spilling beans.
I've decided that I'm gonna make this an indoor outdoor kitchen.
Oh, nice.
I'm actually gonna put a door right there.
Yep.
And I'm going to put one of these walls where it's a glass wall, whether it be sliding glass doors, French doors, or figure out a way to get the doors that will open up completely and make it to where it can be indoor or outdoor. So in the winter, it can be a regular room. In the summer, I can open it up and it could be an outdoor kitchen.
Nice.
So
That's
That's a great idea.
Plan.
yeah.
Because I'll be having 2 separate spaces for my outdoors
Yeah.
kitchen and inside kitchen.
I just think it'll utilize the space more. And I could do my grilling and stuff over here, because once I do that, don't worry, I'm building it. I'm building it. Get off my back. Get off my back. I don't want to hear it, Chanel.
Are they all females, males?
Chief's a male.
Okay.
That's the old stud right there. That's Icy. That's Coco, Chief, Chanel. Well, that Chanel is Coco's daughter, so that's why she's named Coco. Coco Chanel.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Icy was named because the day they got here, the next day, an ice storm happened. And Chief is because he's got an arrow on his head. And all of these are direct descendants from the first baby born on my homestead in Florida.
Oh, nice.
These are Kiko boar. Some of them's Kiko, some of them's Kiko. This one's the Nigerian. This one and this one has Kiko boar Nigerian mixed.
Because the Nigerians are what I was.
All right, guys, White Rock just went down to the Drifting Dreamers landing there to go check out their place. I'm gonna go ahead and get started back on the hoop coop. I got a bunch of random wood right here that I'm gonna use. I'm just gonna run everything kind of wild, nail it in place for right now, and then I'll take a chainsaw or a sawzall or something and kind of cut it around. Like I said, it ain't got to be perfect. I'm using a bunch of scrap wood that I got, and it should do the trick. All right, guys, got it up and it is sturdy. It ain't going nowhere. Whenever I decide which one I'm gonna put a door on, I'll run a couple more cross braces this way. That'll stiffen it up a little bit more, so when the door's hanging, it won't go nowhere. But this right here is plenty for what I need to do right now, because I don't want to close it all the way in yet. We still got some hot temperatures that's gonna happen before fall actually sets in. It's starting to cool down some, but we definitely still got a little bit more heat coming this way. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get this tarp laid across there and see what I need to do with that, because like I said, it is a whole lot bigger than what this is. I did kind of round off the edges right here so it doesn't put a hole in the tarp, so it should work out pretty good. It's a pretty thick tarp and it's just a goat shelter, so I think it's going to work out just fine. All right, guys, got it covered up. Now I just need to mount it. I got it pretty tight on here right now. Probably gonna pop a nail in here and maybe pull this way a little bit and do that. Now, once it gets closer to winter, I'm probably gonna take some of the random live edge wood that I have back there that are scraps and actually close this in a little bit better. And then I've decided I'm going to go ahead and make two doors, one for the front and one for the back. That way next summer, whatever I'm using this for, I can open up both doors and be able to get a cross breeze going through here as well. Because I have a feeling that it's going to get mighty hot in here in the summer for anything that wants to store in here, which most of the time the goats or whatever is going to be in here at night anyways. But it'll definitely help out. Now what I got some of this old trim right here that was for the tiny house. These two particular ones were extremely warped and twisted, so I couldn't use them. So I'm going to use them down here at the base and nail it off to the 2x6 right there to help hold that tarp down. And then on the other side, I will step down on it and get it real taut, and then do the same thing over there. And that should hold everything in place nice and tight. That's the theory anyways. That's the game plan. Let's see if it works. Come on. All right, guys, I got it built. This area over here where the main door is going to be, I didn't tuck the canopy any over here. Like I said, I'll probably end up using some wood to close all of this in to make it nice and sturdy. But I want a lot of airflow right now, being that it is still summer. Fall is close, but not quite yet. On the back right here, I just went ahead and tucked all of the extra just in case I end up using it once I winterize it. And I also kept all the extra that I cut off the sides right here. But it turned out pretty good. It's going to make a great goat shelter, I believe, if I can keep the goats from eating it. All in all, not too bad of a project, but it's going to be a little heavy for me to get into the goat pen by myself. And where they're at right now, I'd have to take down most of the fence for Uber to be able to get in there. So I think I'm going to call in some backup. We'll be back when we move it. Y'all want some food? Come on. I got you. That ended up being bigger than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a good size.
I think I need more goats.
Yeah.
You might need more fence.
Yeah. Mirror One, you heard that? I need more fence. I've already gave you 1,000. Hook me up. Yeah, it works out good. Like I said, this is the summer model. I wanted to keep as much air coming in as I could. This is all about just getting them out of the rain for now. It's gonna end up moving a couple of more times before winter. So I'll end up putting some kind of front with some doors on it before winter time gets here. But right now I got the guys eating. All right guys, I think that's gonna be about it for this video. It was a good one, a fun little build. Honestly, that hoop coop probably only took me about an hour and a half.
We were sweating watching it get done.
I know, they was hard at it, guys.
The cold snacks were getting warm. We had to make sure they were taken care of.
It's a good thing I got an old generator. That way I can keep them cold snacks cold. For sure. All right, guys. I love every single one of y'all. And until we see each other again, come on. Let's go on another adventure.